Welcome students, welcome in Alka Tutorial Academy, and today we discuss how is heart is work, and this topic is include class 5th to 10th, and that is it is very important. Actually, the heart pumps blood throughout the body, and that was why in this topic is very important. Okay, the first we discuss the circulatory system and its function. Of course, the heart included in the circulatory system. Heart is made a circulatory system. The heart is enclosed in a double layered membrane called the pericardium, and it is divided into four chambers, two upper chambers called auricles and the two lower chambers called ventricles. This is the structure of heart, and there are different veins. The left side of the heart is completely separated from the right side by a partition called the septum that prevent the mixing of oxygenated blood with the deoxygenated blood. This is the heart. The heartbeat is one complete rhythmic contraction of the heart followed by its relaxation. A normal human heart, while resting, beat about 72 to 80 times in a minute. And during heavy physical work or the exercising, the heartbeat going to up. In these structures, the right coronary artery and the left coronary artery is shown. When the blood passes through the capillaries in the lungs, the oxygenated oxygen from the air enters the blood and making it oxygenated. The pulmonary vein carries this oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. And when the left auricle contracts, the oxygenated blood goes into the left ventricle. On the contraction of the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood is pumped into the main artery called aorta, which branches into many arteries. There are the waves between the auricles and the ventricles on each side, but not between two auricle or two ventricle. Aorta, on the contraction of the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood is pumped into the main artery, and that is called aorta. And the next is pulmonary artery. This is part of the heart. Pulmonary artery as that is the in Hindi dhamni, rakt dhamni. In the pulmonary artery and the pulmonary veins and a left atrium, all these are the two upper chambers and the two lower chambers. The two upper chambers called auricles and the two lower chambers are ventricle. The left ventricle of the heart is completely separated from the right side by a partition and that is called septum. The artery supplies oxygenated blood to all organs of the body except the lungs. Aorta is the largest artery in the human body. The carbon dioxide which is produced by the cell as waste enter the blood through capillaries to the veins. The veins carry the deoxygenated carbon dioxide rich blood to the heart, and this oxygenated blood enters the right auricles, and when the right auricles contract, the deoxygenated blood goes on the right ventricle, and this is the blood absorbs fresh oxygens from the air we breathe in and become oxygenated, and this cycle is completed. So this is the whole structures, and there are all the veins connected to the heart is represented. The heart is the main organ, internal organ of the human body, because